I think we're live right now. We'll just wait and see. All right. Hi, everyone. It's Global Scholarships, and I'm your host, Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. And as always, we are here with another week live stream, another Friday, another live stream. I'm saying always, but yeah, we have been out for last 2 weeks. Sorry about that. We had like a technical difficulty once, and then I had to be outside of the city uh, for something. Anyway, so we're back. We're gonna be doing this normally, like upcoming weeks, same day, same hour, and I think at some point, Jan Lee, who is the founder of Global Scholarships, will also be joining us for some of the live streams. Anyway, so we are back. We are here. We are globalscholarships.com. If you are new here, we are a platform that shares a lot of informative stuff about scholarships, about studying abroad, about that type of thing. And as always, of course, I'm just the host here. We have our expert who is with me right now. Hi, Ayman. How are you? How are things?
Hi, yes, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Thank you very much. So, Ayman is here to answer your questions. Basically, this is a Q&A live stream. If you at any point, if you have any questions, just feel free to, yeah, hi there, crypto with Cal. It's good to see you. If you have any questions about scholarships, guys, like more detailed the questions are, better we can help you. Because like sometimes people come and ask like, how can I find scholarships, or like what scholarships are there for me? Like we can answer your questions better if you give us more information, like very specific information. So specific questions are always better. By the way, not, if you're new here, I normally wear glasses, but my glasses are broken right now, so I might have a tiny little difficulty reading your messages, but I can read crypto with Cal. Welcome. If you have any questions about scholarships, this is our website, by the way. Let me share the link. This is completely free. Like you'll see, there's no pricing, there is no create an account, register, there is no give us your information so we can sell them to data brokers or something like that. It's just you go to our website, and there are a ton of free information, free guides here. We can use them. We have like guides about scholarships. We have we have scholarship stories, etc., etc. We'll talk about those in a second. But my favorite tool, I think the most helpful tool that we have here is our search tool. Basically, you can use this to search for scholarships. We have a huge database of about like 4,500 scholarships, and these are scholarships that are given by universities to new coming international students. All right. So you can filter these by degree. If you're a bachelor, if you're a master, you can filter them by location, country. We also recently, very recently, like because of the popular demand, we added Asia and Europe. I've been just like endlessly talking about that to Hyun for like months, and in the end, they added Asia and Europe, so you can choose the location. Europe is a very good location right now for studying abroad or looking for scholarships. Even though there aren't that many scholarships, the countries are usually very, very affordable in terms of like tuition, in terms of living costs, compared to, of course, like I mean, relatively. It's not as affordable as China, obviously, but usually they are quite affordable. You can choose somewhere else. Some countries do have more scholarship opportunities than others. Hi there, Ziminas. Ziminas. Welcome to our live stream. If you have any questions about scholarship, studying abroad, or anything like that, feel free to ask them. I very recently made a video about Sweden and like the best medical schools in Sweden. So it's gonna be like the long video will be up tomorrow, perhaps. Crypto Caleb says, I've been browsing the entire internet for a full scholarship, but I can't find. It's totally frustrating. I can't afford to pay for application fee request, and my high GPA is 3.0. So if you are browsing the internet for full funding scholarships, like I think one of the best tools that you can use is this. I'm gonna guess you are. Hang on. Are you looking for like bachelor scholarship? Anyway, so I'll just share the link with you. Just like let's see what full funding scholarships are available at this point. Let's say full funding. Let's choose full funding here. Let's choose bachelor's, and then let's choose, let's say, open for application right now. Yeah, scholarship deadline open. So there are about 19 scholarships, full funding scholarships, that are open for application right now. Not all of these are for everyone. By the way, you can filter for subject and nationality. Nationality usually doesn't matter. Like if you, for example, if there are 19 here, and if you filter for, I don't know, let's say Afghanistan, you'll lose like maybe two, three, something like that. Nationality usually doesn't matter. Subject also usually does not matter, but keep in mind that to be able to apply to a scholarship, you have to apply to a program that that university offers. So like if you want to apply to Homer Hit non-resident scholarship in University of New Orleans, obviously you'll have to go in and be admitted to a program that they offer. So if you want to study, like let's say artificial intelligence, and they don't have a program for that, you cannot apply for this scholarship, even though it says all subjects. So let me share this actually with you. So these are the scholarships that are open right now. Um, so hang on, I didn't really see this one. Freshman merit-based scholarships at Baylor University. I don't know much about this university. Don't know much about this scholarship either. So from $1,000 to full cost of attendance. I think there are better scholarships. By the way, if you're really interested, I like we've just made like last every Monday, we share a video about five like best scholarships, like five of the best scholarships currently open. I try to mix in a little bit, like not talk about the same scholarships all the time. Ziminazuna says, "How are you? I'm seeing a scholarship in Germany because it's free. Recommend some advice." All right, I'm gonna get into that. Anyway, crypto, look into these, and if anything piques your interest, as by the way, this one is an insanely good scholarship, but it is really difficult to get. Lester B. Pearson, it's in Canada, in Toronto, University of Toronto, one of, I think it's the best university in Canada, and I think it's the best university in best scholarship in Canada as well. It covers your tuition fees, book materials fees, accommodation fees. Not that many people get, but 37 is actually not that few either. So yeah, we have like other countries as well, I think. No. Um, we have this Marvin B. Perry Presidential Scholarship in Agnes Scott College, up to 4 years, up to 246 $64,000. So yeah, look into these. There are a lot of scholarships. But we yeah, every Monday we share a video about like some of the best scholarships currently open. So like following that will be very good for you. So I'm seeing MSc scholarship in Germany because it's free. Recommend some advice. Eamon, do you get what type of advice they are asking for? You're the
Mm,
expert. I'll
yeah,
defer to
I
you.
just I just don't understand the question. Um, so studying in Germany is free for international students.
Yeah.
And I think we talk about this almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so since tuition is free, you should be able to demonstrate that you're able to support yourself for the duration of your studies. That is usually around 12,000 euros a year. Um, but you don't have to pay anything other than a small semester contribution of 200 to 300 euros. But it's not anything egregious like uh, big countries um, like the UK or the US or
Yeah.
Canada, Australia, where tuition fees are as high as 40, 50K. So compared to that, 2 to 300 euros per semester is really nothing. As far as scholarships are concerned, they're really, really scarce. There's barely any scholarships. Um, the universities rarely offer any meaningful scholarships that would help you support your studies in Germany. As far as your daily expenses are concerned.
Mhm.
So you are left with the big scholarship in Germany, which is the DAAD scholarship. Uh, and that's the only one that would cover the rest. Not the only one, but the biggest one at least.
Okay, so yeah, guys, the AD is the government scholarship. If you want to get more information, I think we made a video about this. Not sure. Our page for this just got like updated, so like if you're interested, look into this. Also, I keep saying this all the time, but for like hi there, regular shorts. Welcome to our live stream. It's good to see you here again. What? No. So for some of the larger scholarships, very competitive scholarships, I think it's a really good idea to use our uh, scholarship recipient stories. Hang on, what's going on? Okay, I'm gonna try this again. So DAD, let's try that. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, so these are people who have earned these scholarships, and basically they tell us about their story, like how they got this the scholarships, test scores, the journey, background, etc., etc. This is like some of the best and most direct information you can get, insights you can get about these scholarships, and you can directly contact these people. Usually they give us their LinkedIn account, so we can just like contact them and ask them directly about the scholarships as well. So yeah, DAD, you can look into that. One thing about scholarships, like looking for scholarships in Germany, Zvinas, is now normally in the United States or anything like most countries, like United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, or like Japan, South Korea, or any country like that, you would look for full funding scholarships because full funding means it covers the tuition and then it gives you something a little bit more. The thing is, in Germany, you don't have full funding scholarships because they don't have any tuition to cover. So, like, if the university doesn't charge any tuition fee, it's $0. Uh, any scholarship will not be able to cover tuition. Like, there's no tuition to cover, so they are not full funding scholarships. So we have partial scholarships. That is like, for example, this student assistantship in University of Kassel, right? This looks like a partial funding scholarship, but if you get this, what you get is basically just a full funding scholarship because like you already don't have to pay any tuition because the tuition is free, right? I like I'm hoping like I hope I can like make you understand what I'm talking about, right? For example, Technical University of Munich, this is a partial funding scholarship. They usually these ones give you about like 6,000 euros per semester, which kind of comes to like 12,000 euros per year, which is how much they think you will be spending as a student in Germany. So keep that in mind. If you're like when looking for scholarships in Germany, keep in mind that you will not see any full funding scholarships because it cannot be full funding if there is no tuition to cover, right? Okay, guys, if you have any other questions, can you talk about post-tech UG admission, how competitive it is? All right. Uh, another week, another question about post-tech. I'm going to immediately defer to Ayman. Ayman, what would you say about post-tech UG admission? How competitive do you think it is?
I really have no idea. Um, I can't even conjure a guess about how competitive it is. Um, I remember we talked about it
Yeah.
for a bit, but I think whoever asked was just asking about the university itself, and
Mhm.
whether it would be a good choice. But as far as how competitive it is and um, how many people apply compared to how many people are accepted, I really don't have the statistics for that. And uh, I wouldn't know without actually checking.
I'm filing my application and it is a hassle. I don't think we have any information like any content that we made. Uh, like you can get help from our page website. Also, like if you have any question, so this is the page for this university that we have. Like if you have any question about scholarships, about any specific scholarship, about any specific university, um, in my opinion, the best place to put it is in our comment section because here Yanni, who is the founder of Global School, he's the founder of our platform, answers all the questions, like literally every single question. It is so. I think this is one of the best places that you can put your question because like it's not just like live stream, like he would also have time to look it up, etc. So yeah, I think this is the best place you can ask for this. Other than that, we Yanni, by the way, again, he plans to join us for some of the live streams. Today we talked about that. So like if we are lucky, we'll have him here for at least some of the uh, live streams, perhaps. Anyway, if you have any other questions, guys, keep in mind that you can just feel free to ask them in the chat. This week I've made a video, made a short about. Hang on. No. So this one might be of interest to some of you. So these are cheap universities in France. I made a video saying like these are four universities in France that are below 200 euros, and they are. These are some of the best universities in France, by the way, and their tuition fees are like 200 euros, like below 200 euros, like 170. Uh, like some of these are like in the top 100 globally, and you can just go there and study in these universities just for like 100, a couple of hundred euros per semester. We don't really talk that much about France. Usually they do not have a lot of scholarships. They're kind of like Germany in the sense that usually their universities do not charge like a lot of tuition. But for example, Paris Saclay, this is like literally, I think this is it is the first or the second highest ranking university in France, and it's just like 100 or something like that euros. We have some. Eamon, did you say something?
No.
No, okay. We also have some people going into this university with like Erasmus Mundus scholarship and funded graduate position. We didn't really. Hang on, let me see. Where's the. Yeah, we have about uh, four scholarship stories just for. Need 4,000 euro for France preparatory course. I don't know much about that. Amen. Could you inform me about this? You need 4,000 euros for preparatory course. Is it a thing in France that you have to take?
So the universities that are affiliated with the governing body for public institutions in France, Campus France,
Mm-hmm.
are basically same as Germany. So the tuition would be around 400, maybe it would go as far as 700, 800 per semester, but it's nothing egregious again. It's fine. As far as the 4,000 euro for preparatory course, I wouldn't know uh because the people I know already like who are in France or could already speak French and had their education in French. So this probably applies to people who need
Yeah.
the French language.
I mean, they didn't
That
say
is
it's
my assumption.
mandatory either, to be honest.
Uh, yeah. So that would be my best assumption, but as far as I know, for education in general, yeah, it will be in French for the most part. But if you can speak French already, you don't need to pay 4,000 euros.
Right. Um, so usually they are also like the country is not all that more expensive than any other place that you'll live in Europe, basically. Especially, I mean, obviously, if you live in Paris, it will be a bit expensive in terms of rent. But again, it's usually not. Hang on, actually, let me see if we can get a number. Um, I think I think I did, but let's see, living costs in this university. Cost of living in University Paris-Saclay. Let's see. Minimum age. How much does it cost? Well, let's try to find. Okay. You have departure and initial expenses. That's it. Oh, all right. So we have like fees. Rent is, yeah, as you can see, rent can be quite high in Paris. They don't give you like a total number, but I guess it would be something above 1,000 euros. I mean, it's France, it's Paris. So you have Université d'Orléans. Again, Orléans is a very very like good location in France, and then you have University of Strasbourg. Anyway, you might be interested in these guys because it is like tuition is a very big issue for a lot of people. Like you're going to another country to study, and like, yeah, maybe you can just work part-time or something like that to cover your living expenses. You can be extremely frugal and not spend a lot of money, like cook everything yourself, blah blah blah. But like there's nothing that you can do to avoid paying tuition fees. I mean, other than of course getting scholarships, etc. So yeah, there's been a lot of people in here uh, watching, but not that many questions. Again, guys, this is a live stream, and it's a Q&A live stream. If you have any questions about scholarships, about studying abroad, just feel free to ask them. So this is one of the things that I was looking into this week. We didn't do a lot of stuff about. We didn't make a lot of stuff about France. Really, uh, there are some scholarships in France. We can look into France. Yeah, there are about 8, and some of them are full tuition. We have one partial funding in University of Lille. This is about 3,500 euros award paid start of semester, additional relocation. So let's see if the university has tuition. No, it doesn't. So for example, look at this. Like they give you for masters about in total about like 7,000 euros. So this is a partial funding scholarship. So like perhaps you wouldn't look into this among other like full funding scholarships, full tuition scholarships. But this is they give you 7,000 euros, and you also don't have to pay like tuition. It's about 200 euros or something like that. So it's kind of like full funding. So yeah. Well, obviously, when we talk about France, we do have one government scholarship, AFL Excellence Scholarship Program. If you're interested, you can look into this as well. Yeah. So I don't see any new questions. Anyway, Eamon, since we don't have any new questions, do you have like any news to give us about like what do you think about the current situation or current climate in studying abroad or scholarships?
There hasn't been anything really recently since it's the holidays.
Hmm.
and most universities haven't even started. So I haven't heard anything that would be of note here.
Hmm.
I guess the situation in the US is still the same, where
Yeah.
international students are less likely to get in now. Um, so there's that. Even though it's probably one of the best countries to get a scholarship,
Yeah.
there are so many universities, many of which offer fully funded scholarships, uh, admission scholarships given upon admission, need blind and need aware of financial aid. So these are all uh, things that international students could benefit from in the past, and now most international students are less likely to get these awards or even get into universities in the United States. So I guess this is the one thing that people need to be reminded of when thinking about studying abroad, and specifically in the United States, that it's just not as easy as it
Yeah.
once was.
Yeah. Also, just like living in United States right now, as like coming from another country, it's kind of like starting to become scary a little bit. Like I genuinely wouldn't want to be there uh, as someone coming from a foreign country. It really is becoming scary a little bit. But there are very good scholarships. Like, look at this. So this is all the full funding. Sorry, hang on. Full funding scholarships for bachelors that are currently open for application. There are 19 of them, and you'll see about like 17 of these are in United States. They have a lot of scholarships, but again, like not only. I mean, another thing is the fact that they are very competitive, like American scholarships. So perhaps if you're interested, Canada might be a another option. They have some scholarships there as well. Again, still very expensive, and I think even more so because like even in United States, even in the more affordable parts of the United States, there you can find a lot of very high-ranking universities. But in Canada, most universities that you will know by name are in places that are very very expensive. So like rent is just a nightmare in Canada as well. So yeah, right now there isn't that much, if I'm being honest. So there are some scholarships. There aren't that many scholarships that have currently opened. As you can see, Cincinnati scholarship is really good. It's this is currently open for application. It's full funding. It covers $94,000 for 4 academic years. It covers full tuition fees, room, board, and a book allowance for presidential scholarships. So these some of these universities do have like different scholarship programs, and some of them just cover like a cash award or something like that. Some of them cover pretty much everything. So right, Cincinnati's. Um, this one is interesting. Appalachian State University. It's a merit scholarship that covers again different kind of scholarships, different scholarships, and they pay different stuff. um Amen, can you help me? Do you see any questions? Like, is there something wrong with my chat? Because people have been coming in and out and there are no
Um,
new questions. I think
yeah, there are
we
no questions.
right, I think we have an exceptionally smart audience that they know pretty much everything, that they don't have anything to ask perhaps. Very content people. William Randolph, this is also another really, really good scholarship, but it's just for 5 people. It gives you full tuition, room, board, accommodation, books, and additional fees. It covers additional fees. This has been open for some time right now. Again, so this is for bachelors, for masters. There aren't that much that is new either, like some fellowships, graduate assistantships. These are good opportunities, graduate assistantships, but they're not really guaranteed. Like you have to go and start studying in a university, and then maybe you get the assistantship. Maybe you don't. Like for example, in Butler University, if you get the assistantship, it is basically kind of like going there and working at the university, being a like employee. It covers tuition usually. This is partial to full tuition. A living stipend. Usually, living stipends are really good. Uh, they give you kind of like something like a living wage where the university is. But if you don't get the assistantship, you will have to pay about $40,000 every year. Although this is for a master's, so it's about like I guess 8 to 15,000. Hi there, James Bond. It's great to see you here as always. I've got no questions. I just clicked on this video. I hope you're doing good. We're doing very well. Thank you very much. We've been out for a couple of weeks, but we are back right now. So we are doing this every Friday. So it's really good to see you here. I hope you're all also doing well. I think the last time you came here, you were like you were going through with an application to a university or something like that. You were asking about that. What happened with that? Is everything good? So let's see some full tuition scholarships, perhaps. There isn't much to talk about. For example, in Asia, um, unfortunately, let's say I cannot say yeah, all funding. Yeah, even for all funding, there's much. Yeah, there is nothing in Asia, unfortunately. They're done with that, so it's good done or it's bad done. Is it? Yeah, it's done. Uh, I hope it's going well. I think it was something in France. Am I correct? University. I think it was a university in France. By the way, you might remember this. We were trying to get a location category as Europe. We got that. So it is gonna. Yeah, no. There weren't any scholarship. What? Hang on. Wait a second. So let's see. Open for application. Europe. Let's choose. So we have, yeah, two in United Kingdom and one in Netherlands for masters. So not that many open for application right now. Oh, you have deferred. Okay, I think it's for the best. I hope it's for the best. By the way, do you have anything about mixed undergraduate university track? think um I think we made a video about that, applying to mixed through um, both tracks. I'm not sure. I don't think it was like a tutorial, because you cannot, like, I usually when I do tutorials, I try to go through the whole process, but of course you cannot do that for next, because like it doesn't have like an online portal that you can have a mock application. But we also have like a page for that, next scholarship page. I think you can get more information here. Again, if you have any questions, you can just leave them here. I think he has a ton of information about next. So if you have like very specific questions, I think he'll be able to answer them. Eamon will be able to answer them probably. So if you have any specific questions, just shoot. Eamon, do you want to say anything about next in general, perhaps?
Well, Next is probably the biggest scholarship awarded in Japan. It's awarded by the Japanese government and it's awarded to all degrees. So whether you're a bachelor's, master's, PhD, or just research student, there's a scholarship for you there. There are two tracks, so one of them being the university track,
Mm-hmm.
the other one being the embassy track. So you can either apply to the mixed scholarships through the university you're applying to or through the Japanese embassy in your country. And both are viable tracks. That being said, there are always limited seats per country,
Hmm.
uh, especially at the embassy track. So it would have a limited number of students who can get the scholarship through the embassy. I believe that is the same case for universities too, but the other one is more to do with your nationality. Yeah, so it's a fully funded scholarship. You get one preparatory year of Japanese,
Hmm.
as far as I know, and you get everything covered from your tuition fees to your um, daily expenses, the plane ticket, health insurance, so everything is covered by this scholarship.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a very generous scholarship. Also, I'm sorry, James Bond. I'm not sure why I thought we had some like videos on Next. I think I might have confused it with. I think I was thinking about the tutorial we made for Korean government scholarship. They're kind of similar in terms of like different tracks and the way you apply to them, etc., etc. So again, if you have any specific questions, we'll do our best to answer them for you. Also, we have some like some more than some stories actually. We have a lot of stories. Uh, you can ask these people as well. A lot of them share their like LinkedIn accounts with us, so like you can also ask them. Um, Hi, as when there's a university interview and written test, which one do they pay more attention to, or is it hard to tell? Hi there, Sanal. But first, let's look at Zemina's question. Can you guide me steps to I when we're going to the center got burns everyone. Oh really? I didn't know that. Oh, that sucks. Can you guide me steps to I need, including recommendation letters, and how can I can make my application as strong as possible? Can you make video? So we have some guides on that. If I'm being honest, I'm more like into. I do more stuff like scholarships. I don't really know much. We have guides about those stuff as well. But again, like it really kind of it is a vague area. So like if you have any specific oh my god, I was just gonna defer to Eamon and ask what he has to say. Or Zoom call just ended. Hang on, let me let me fix that and we can ask Eamon. Um join. So yeah, it kind of like depends on you and your specific situation. Um I'm not sure, like, what kind of advice do you need on recommendation letters? Emily, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, I can
I
hear
could.
you as well. I'm hoping you're also audible in the live stream. So, okay, what would you say for Zimina? Zimina also asked, oh, their name is also Ayman. That's great. Can you guide me steps I need, including recommendation letters and how I can make my application as strong as possible? Can you make a video? Of course, I'm asking you to like, give them advice, not to make a video. What would you say?
Um, so for recommendation letters, you don't have to do anything except for reach out
Mhm.
to teachers who are familiar with you as a student and as a person and who can vouch for you, who can say good things about you and how you would be a good fit for a specific program just based on their experience with you. So that's all you need to do. Just approach teachers you've had a good relationship with, basically, and who are actually knowledgeable about you as a person and who have at least taught you for a year or a couple of years. Um, yeah, so that's all you can do. As far as making your application as strong as possible, as I always say, there are so many aspects to a application, to a scholarship application, than just your GPA or just your extracurriculars or just um, the essays you write for the scholarships. It's basically the sum of these that actually count. So even if you have a high GPA, but if the rest is not as good, you're hurting your chances of getting the scholarship. So to have a, a solid application, a strong application, you need to focus on every aspect of your application. And even if you find that some aspect is weak and you cannot change, say like your GPA is low, just focus on making the rest exceptional so you can stand out. And that's the best way to approach scholarship applications.
Okay, thank you very much. And Zeminas, I will look into it if I can find something that like I see worth putting into a video. I will make a video about this because I just don't want to be just like I just don't want to make videos about like with like vague stuff like words that oh you need to work really hard or something like that. If I can if I can find something that will be like worth telling people about, I'm gonna make a video about that. So Sanal says, "Hi, as when there's a university interview and written test, which one do they pay more attention to, or is it hard to tell?" That's a general, very general question. I'm not sure if it is possible to answer that for like every university. Eamon, what do you think? Eamon?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know which one I would say they pay more attention to. I guess the interview portion is in person and there's a big impression you make during the day of the interview, but the written test would be equally as important because even if you make a good impression, but your test is not up to their standards, that impression doesn't mean much. So I would say both are equally important, but if you're confident in your knowledge about whatever subjects you're applying to and you can do well in your written test, you'll just have to focus on uh, just having that good impression on whoever is in interviewing you, and you would be 90% of the way there of getting the scholarship or getting into the program you're applying to.
Okay, thank you very much. Guys, if you have like any more like detailed questions, like about like a specific thing, I think we might be able to help you a little better. Um, yeah. Anyway, if you have any other questions, or we're gonna wrap up in a couple of 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But if you have any questions, just shoot them. So, did you know about this, Eamon? That yeah, James Bond said the Korean data center got burned,
This,
so everyone has to reply.
yeah, I really didn't hear about that.
It's odd. Okay, I don't see. Yeah, our viewers today are very well informed people. In fact, maybe we should ask them questions. They are very content the way they are. There are a lot of people who came in and didn't ask questions. Maybe I don't look like someone who can answer their questions. Maybe I don't look credible enough. Perhaps maybe when Hyunli comes in, it'll be better. Okay, guys, if you don't have any other questions, we'll end the live stream here, but we'll be back here next Friday at the same, probably same time. If we change the hour of the day, I'll do an announcement for that. Don't worry. Other than that, we are here. If you have any questions, I think the best way, like if I had a question and obviously I didn't work here, I would put my question here in the comment section because he only answers every single one. Or you can come to our live streams and ask, or you can leave in our comment section in one of our videos. Unfortunately, it's just me as trying to answer the comments in the comment section of the videos, and I don't really, since I'm just layman when it comes to scholarship stuff. Usually, I don't have enough time to like do the research and answer all of them. So please do post scholarship for people with low GPA. I already okay. Maybe we can make a video about like yeah, if you have high GPA, great marks, like that's the type of thing, you can get like, very good scholarships. But what if you don't have, if you have a low GPA, what would be your options or your strategy? Might be a good idea. Like maybe you can look for like what would be more realistic scholarships, what would be the countries to go for like that. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Thank you very much, Crypto. Okay, other than that, guys, we're gonna end the live stream here. Which countries have scholarship applications open right now? You can look at that, going to global scholarships, hitting enter here, and so we have like scholarship deadline you can choose currently open. If you choose bachelor's here, usually United States, I have to say. Right now, there are some scholarships. I mean, if you're looking for full funding, of course. If you're looking for all funding, you can see them here. There are other countries as well. But most of them are United States because that's the country that has by far the most scholarships. I think there are some. Hang on, let me see if there are any Asian countries. I think no, right now, not really right now. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in. If you're watching this after the live stream is VOD, thank you very much for watching. And Eamon, thank you for joining in, answering our questions today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay, guys, see you next Friday. Thank you very much, Sanal. See you. You're awesome for joining in. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them at any point. See you guys next Friday and have a nice week.